Gareth Wheeler and Terry Dunfield with you. Just 2 games left in the regular season for Toronto FC, and the big one this weekend, 3 p.m. Stade Saputo. It's the 401 derby renewed against the Montreal Impact. Both teams have something to play for, and if you're TFC, you want to be going to the playoffs on the right foot.
You do, and you hopefully want to get that bye game and have that double game where you know for sure you've got the home game. I think that TFC also needs some form going into. I think they've been playing well in their last 4 games, but at this time of the season, you need results. And going into Stade Saputo, it's not an easy environment. The fans are right on top of you. That supporter section gets going, and it's brilliant that this is one of the few stadiums where TFC fans go to, and it's awesome playing in front of your TFC fans.
It was August 27th. The Montreal Impact beat TFC 1-0 was the final. They were down to 10 men. It was Ignacio Piatti, such a threat, Terry. 15 goals on the season, scored the match winner that day. A little bit of revenge coming, hopefully, for Toronto FC, but you need to be aware of the wing players, not just Piatti, but Dominic Oduro as well.
Yeah, Piatti, he's a real technical player. He plays off the left-hand side. He comes inside. He looks to link with players. He's 2-footed. He's dangerous in front of net. He's real clinical. But for me, I think Oduro, he's a real threat. He's scored in his past couple of games. He's got lightning quick pace. He's probably the quickest player in the league, and that's something our back four sometimes this season has struggled with. I think it's important that they neutralize Oduro's pace.
Montreal coming in hot. They've won their last 2 games. Here's head coach Greg Vanney on the threat of Piatti.
I think he's an excellent player. I think he's very good technically. I think his vision is spectacular, and I think he's clever. I think he will cheat things defensively, and at key moments he'll cheat things defensively, and because a lot of things that they do and a lot of success that they've had has been in transition, he'll give you sort of that first initial effort defensively, and then as the ball looks like it might turn over, he's already moving in the other direction, and they find him now in transition with space, and they've got guys who can run.
There's obviously very little that separates these 2 Canadian rivals, Terry, so the margin for error is going to be slim to none in this matchup. Let's start off with the midfield here. Will Johnson still out injured, not traveling with the team this weekend, so what's going to be key for the Toronto FC midfield this weekend?
I think Greg Vanney will probably go with that diamond. I look at Montreal's midfield. It's a little bit older, it's more experienced, it's very technical. There's not a lot of legs in there, so for me, I think moving that ball quickly, transition, getting it forward, but also defensively, going back to basics a little bit, covering each other well, and not leaving one another exposed.
Yeah, the thing with the midfield, I harken back to the playoff loss in Montreal last year, where that 3-man Montreal midfield overran Toronto at times. I think they're much more balanced with the midfield diamond.
They are, and it'll be interesting to see whether Greg Vanney tries to play Shea Roux and Bradley together, and I think it's now, if that partnership is going to work, they have to step up on Sunday.
You said defensive, back to basics. It seems like little mistakes have crept into their game. Have only picked up 1 clean sheet in their last 10, which surprises me because it's not like they're shipping goals all over the place.
Yeah, it's a tough one because that was TFC's identity at the start of the season. That was what really brought the group together and was almost their springboard for going forward, that good defensive shape.
Montreal has actually conceded 13 more goals than TFC on the season. They're leaky at the back at times, Terry, which we kind of bury the lead. Sebastian Giovinco is looking to make his return this week, and now we're not sure in what type of role he's going to be playing, whether he's going to be going from the start or coming on as a substitute, but he will be traveling with the team. If Seb is in the lineup, you have to like TFC's chances in front of goal.
Yeah, that's huge. He's, for me, undoubtedly the best player in the league, and having him back gives the team a massive boost. His energy, his skill, his ability to just create something out of nothing. I also look at that Montreal back four, and it's not the quickest, there's not a lot of pace, so how dynamic Giovinco is, I think that'll be crucial. Also, St. Ricketts' sheer pace as well, getting him behind, whether he starts or comes on off the bench. And also, don't forget, Altidore's in terrific form.
Absolutely. I want to see how they come together. Altidore, Giovinco, for me, haven't played enough on the season, and you're right, Ricketts' his pace can really skin that back line. It's Toronto FC and the Montreal Impact, the second and final game of the season on 3 p.m. on Sunday on TSN2. And in the meantime, don't forget to pick up your Toronto FC playoff tickets. Go to torontofc.ca, be part of history, the first ever home playoff match played at BMO Field.